So you could let me.
You see my coach name? I'm at BYU, right? So you know there's no sex on campus. You know what they call it? Something. Look at my coach name. Me.
You might know right from it as long as I get it paid right.
I don't know why. Keep holding this little rattlesnake. Oh, you see it? You a gamer? They gonna know this is.
He's like, here, hold this. You should have seen it because they even let him play with his keyboard because the inside doesn't work on the guitar.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it really don't work now. He was banging on it. Oh, fun. Look at it. Sometimes I'll put him in this whenever like a football, you know?
It is one of the fiercest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But to most, something about it still feels holy. Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It's the BYU Cougars and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly rode down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with BYU's head coach. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the move. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Turns it on at midfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And the timing just a hair off. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take a shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. It is one of the fiercest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But for most, something about it still feels holy. Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It's the BYU Cougars and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Weather could be a factor. For more on that, we go to Holly Rowe.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Running inside, it's Martin. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize is. How bad do you think that thing smells?
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Quick release by the QB. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team?
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Utes! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Picks up the 1st down. Turning it on. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Might be calling a hot route. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. He's looking downfield to throw. Stepping to the right. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical and making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
The Cougars will use their 1st timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This clash dates all the way back to the late 1800s and is carried on through days of independence, changes in conference affiliation, but the constant is disdain and contempt for the other side.
You're right, Reese. It's pretty wild because the rivalry dates back to the same year the state of Utah was founded in 1896. That's how long these two teams have been going. This thing is historic, and every year, David, it's an incredible football game.
And I love what Reese said, too, though. They've changed conferences. They've been independent. Whatever it takes, they want to play each other because they want the bragging rights in the state of Utah because it means a heck of a lot.
Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's...
And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Cougars want to pick up the tempo. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Kick is in the air. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if you start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down in the middle of the field.
Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Dampier. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage